Welcome back, everybody. Take a break with Stephen Shamus.
Good to see you, my friend. We're both
Yes.
back after show weekends.
Yes, we're alive and well, which is good. 3 days after our
Yeah,
large events.
it took a couple days to rest up, man. Oh my God.
Welcome back to live events. Yeah,
it always knocks me out.
it's a trudge. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then you got another one. All right. So what do we got? What do we got today, Alex?
Yeah, we're right back into the Marvel universe and other fun things. We're gonna start with Hatut Zeraze. I'm probably butchering that. We're gonna talk a little Casie Lang because we all love a little cute Casie Lang. Creature Commandos, and then we're gonna round it out with Giga.
Right. There's an interesting eclectic mix here.
Yes.
Some of the stuff came out of the Marvel announcements at San Diego Comic-Con. I assume there's going to be more from D23 as well.
Yeah. I don't. They didn't talk about TV shows really. Nothing that was already announced. I think you're going to get a lot of that, a lot of extra stuff at D23.
All right, Alex. So what are we starting with this week?
Yeah, Hatut Zeraze. I'm gonna butcher that. I'm gonna butcher it until I hear it 13 times in a movie. I'm gonna continuously butcher it.
Right. So when we started seeing images out of the new Black Panther film, we saw this character, I think, briefly. Can you talk a little bit about this character and how you think it's going to appear in the second Black Panther film?
Yeah. So I think you see a little bit of the costumes. The Hatut Zeraze are essentially like the special forces team of Wakanda. They're a little bit more into the modern Black Panther versus like the 70s stuff, the Jack Kirby stuff. But what we're seeing in the Black Panther trailer, it's obviously going to be some type of fighting with Atlantis, some kind of war thing, and you wonder if the storyline of the Wakandans versus Atlantis, which happened in the comic books, they're not going to pull a lot from it, and this is one of the things that they're probably going to pull, especially with the just without Black Panther. It's a Black Panther movie essentially without Black Panther, so they're gonna have to add some more people. This is just one of them.
Right. By the way, it's an interesting looking character. It's like basically a white version of the Black Panther.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. They're soldiers with a uniform.
Right. It looks pretty interesting. So after that picture appeared, these books started blowing up. So Black Panther Volume 2, Number 4, February of 1999. There are 109.9. It's about $110 to $125 up because I think people wait to see what happens.
That's cheap.
Yeah. It's a Christopher Priest story and a Mark Texeira cover and art. So that's really the only one that you really see blowing up right now, but I would try to see if there's any other, and Marvel's pretty good about releasing comics with them on the cover closer to the event. So exactly. So I think we'll see more of them. Okay, what do we got next, Alex?
Yeah, let's talk about Stinger / Stature, Casie Lang.
Right, Casie Lang. Right. So we're not going to talk about the vintage one. We're going to talk about the modern era one. I think again, also we think we're going to see this character in the next Ant-Man, Volume 3. Can you talk a little bit about the Casie Lang Stature / Stinger?
Yeah. So Casie Lang has been a character since Scott Lang's appearance in the 70s. But she became a young Avenger. There's some story, with her and, essentially like stealing Pym particles and her absorbing. She first becomes Stature with the Young Avengers, and then she changes her name to Stinger to kind of mix with the Ant-Man Wasp kind of the feeling, the what they have. But with everything going on with all these young Avenger type characters, we saw an adult Casie Lang. We she is the right age. We saw America Chavez. We're seeing these characters come. Ironheart's coming out. Like, we're seeing these young new Avengers type characters coming into the big screen. And so especially Casie Lang, because they've used in 2 movies and Avengers Endgame. So that character's not going anywhere.
Right. So the first appearance of Stature, this book is blowing up. Young Avengers number 6, September of 2005. It's hard to believe it's 17 years ago already. These books, I feel like they were at Wizard World Los Angeles or something. Yeah, I think we gave those. I think we had those at Wizard World LA or something. I don't remember. Okay, 246, 9.8. That's about a $300 book now, Alex. $160 and 9.6 First appearance of Stature, Alan Heinberg's story. I remember it was a big deal that Alan Heinberg was writing the books back then. Jimmy Chung was doing Young Avengers back then with John Dell cover. Jimmy Chung with John Dell cover and art. So then the origin story is Young Avengers Presents #5. That's July of 2008. That's a Stature origin. 41 9.8. That's about $125 book today. It's a Kevin Graveau story, Mitch Breitweister art with a Jimmy Chung cover. Then lastly, as Stinger, modern era Stinger, Astonishing Ant-Man #6. This book is blowing up. May of 2016. You could probably find this book. I don't know why you can't. It's only 6 years old. 46 9.8, $400 plus, plus, $175 at 9.6. Nick Spencer story, Anna Piola Martella art with Mark Brooks cover. So that takes care of that. Yeah. So, all right, Alex, pick of the week. What do you got?
I'm going to continue talking about Cineo Comic-Con stuff because there's so much things that have come out from the show. Last week, I talked about the Marvel Unlimited app, and they were giving away free Captain Marvel variants if you had the yearly subscription. Well, they also had a promotion where they were giving away 3 different Marvel Legends action figures if you signed up on site. One of them was a Marvel Legends Deadpool in a little baggie. There was a Miss Marvel as like a Spider Marvel, and then there was one as a Punisher as Venom with the Punisher logo Venom shirt. And these things, again, just like the Marvel Unlimited comic book, you had to have signed up on site and showed them. The fact that you had to pull it up on your phone, download an app, sign up for it, then show them and do all that in a convention center where Wi-Fi is absolutely zero. I don't think a lot of these made it out into the wild. I really don't. There's definitely some on eBay. They're selling all 3 are between like $60 and $100. But I think in the long run, what you're really going to see is there's not going to be a lot of these in the wild. Like, when's the next time? Maybe New York Comic Con, they'll try that promotion again, but it's not going to be every show. So even at New York Comic Con, let's say the same amount of people at San Diego does it at New York Comic Con. That's not that many. I think these in the long run are going to be very hard to find. And I think now is the way to pick them up.
I remember back in the day, we used to do the Whiz Kids. Oversized. Oh my God, we'd have lines out the door. I wonder what those sell for today. Remember those oversized Whiz Kids ones that we used to do? Like
were they Hero Clicks?
Clicks,
yeah, those are awesome.
I wonder what they sell for today. They
probably a lot. You guys should have always had an archive. You could put three away somewhere of everything.
I have no idea. Okay. So what do we got next, Alex?
Creature Commandos, an odd one. A very odd one.
Okay. So this book seems to be blowing up. I'm trying to do you know why this book has been blowing up?
I actually don't know, and I try to do some more research. I don't think it's going to be a movie. I don't know where it's going. It's a very odd property for DC anyways, because it's like monsters. It's like a Dracula and a Frankenstein, stuff that like really is it Paramount who has the Mummy rights, who was trying to do all this shared universe stuff.
I don't know, but this book started to really creep up again. Maybe just some of these vintage books are hard to get.
I mean, it's the first appearances. I mean, it's a team that continuously in the DC universe comes. It was part of the New 52 launch, so it's not like they're not using these characters, but very odd.
Yeah, let's see if there's anything coming out.
I mean, I
guess there's a TV miniseries, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, with the old HBO Max stuff, who knows if these things that were announced are actually going to happen.
Got it.
Fun stuff from DC. I mean, it's literally Frankenstein's monster, Dracula, Wolfman, and they're fighting Nazis in World War II. So
got it. Yeah, this book has definitely been creeping up. Okay, so we've got Weird War Tales number 93, November of 1980. There are 8 9.8s. There are 15 9.6s. There are 10 9.4s. It's about a $625 book at 9.8. It's about a $275 book at 9.6. It's the origin and first appearance of the Creature Commandos, J.M. DeMatta story, Pat Broderick and Dennis Cowan art with a Joe Kubert cover.
Yeah.
And then there's Creature Commandos #1, May of 2000. There's only one 9.8.
Wow.
That's about those are about $2 raw. Again, these have been creeping up. Maybe something is happening with DC. Maybe they are redoing the animated series. Maybe people are starting to watch it on HBO Max again. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's picking up.
Tim Truman story, Scott Eaton cover art. You can probably find these in dollar boxes. So
definitely.
All right, what are we closing up with tonight, Alex?
Giga? I think it's pronounced Giga. Yeah.
These books are
on
going
fire,
crazy
hot.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Any idea? It's by Vault Comics. Any idea what's going on with this book?
I think the story. These are one of the ones where I think like you get an independent comic that the story is very interesting. It's done by professionals. Alex Pacanel does a lot of books. He's not new to the industry. And when you see a book like this with an original story, you kind of get the sense that maybe it's going to get picked up as a property at some point, especially independent books, because Warner Brothers, Disney, and with Marvel, that stuff's they already own it. So they can just decide to do it whenever they want. Stuff like this, once it's picked up, it's over. Paper Girls, Lock and Key just aired. I mean, to a bigger extent, Sandman. I mean, Sandman has been, in a comic for years and always been worth something. But really now with the popular TV show on Netflix, it's flying. So,
right.
This is a fun one. Essentially, if you think like Transformers, where the Transformers came to Earth and they fought and they destroyed all the big cities and they fought, and then all of a sudden they just turned off. And now these big Transformers are just kind of laying around the Earth. Earthlings are living in them, they're using them, and then they see that one of them, essentially one that was helping them, that was alive, gets murdered, and it's like a murder mystery, and it's like, oh no, this is, there's religions built around some of these robots, so it's like a murder mystery with Transformers. It's a very interesting story. Got
it. Well, I would start picking these babies up. Giga #1, John Lee cover A, December of 2020. There's only 3 9.8s. Those are about $10 to $15 raw now.
Yeah.
Then there's the Nathan Gooden and Tim Daniel variant cover B. There are 23 9.8s. That's about an $80 book, also $8 to $10 raw. Then there's the Adam Gorham variant cover C. There's only 4 9.8s. Those are $8 to $10 raw. You got to try to get these raw and get them graded. David Mack 1 in 15 cover D. There are 6 9.8s. That's $10 to $15 raw. Here's one of the more expensive ones. David Mack 1 in 30 variant foil cover E. 13 9.8s. There's actually 199. That's about $100 book.
Woo.
Then there's the Nathan Gooden and Tim Daniel Ultimate Comics Edition Blacklight, and it glows in the dark. 10 9.8s. It's about a $25 raw book, limited to 500. Shogun Warriors #1 homage cover. I guess there's 2 different iterations of the book. There's a blacklight version and a glow in the dark.
Yep.
But the pop is combined. Okay. And then there's a limited edition cover, December of 2020, 7 9.8s. That's about a $750 book now, $150 raw, limited to 100. Then there's the Yoshitani Cape and Cows exclusive. That's about a $25 raw book, limited to 250. And then there's the John Lee second print with a 0 pop. That's a $6 to $10 raw book. And then there's the John Lee second print foil edition with only 1 9.8, and that's a $10 to $15 raw book. So that's a book to get on top of right now while they're still inexpensive, Alex.
Yeah. Yep.
Great.
Get it now.
Okay, I think that does it for this week. We thank you for joining us. Any questions or comments, please leave in the field below. And we'll see everybody next week. Same bad time.
Same bad channel.